All right, now that you've picked a dialer, let's first talk about expireds, okay? So calling expireds, they're wonderful because they have already raised their hand. They've already said, yes, I want to sell my home, and for whatever reason, they were unsuccessful the first or maybe multiple times already, okay? So we know that there is some level of inherent or prior motivation, and this person is ready, likely, if you can establish rapport and earn their business, okay? So they're tough in the sense that somebody's already earned their trust, and enough so that they would sign a listing agreement with them and get it listed, and that person was unsuccessful. So sometimes these people can be very tired, maybe a little bit jaded. They may be very upset with their prior agent. They may not have felt that person did a good job. Maybe they have really inaccurate expectations about what their home is worth. They could be a really challenging or stubborn client, but long story short, expireds are cool because at some point in hand, they've raised their hand and demonstrated motivation. So when we talk to expireds, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to have a link down here to my favorite expired script. But just general mindset stuff is you want to get on the phone with this person and be really intentional about your voice and your tone. So when you hop on the phone with an expired, especially if you're not like the first call of the morning at like 8 a.m., they've probably, if it's a newly expired, like that day, first day expired, they're going to get hammered by phone calls. And you need to know that, okay? So you need to be kind to that person. You say, hey, is this Martha? And they'll say, yes. And you need to use that tone intentionally. I'm ending on a high note. I'm not whispering. I'm talking to them loud, like I'm confident, and I'm calling a friend, an old friend. So I say, hey, is this Martha? Remember to end on that high note. And they'll say, yes. I say, great. This is Nick Basinelli from the Basinelli Home Team. How are you today? All right. So I'm not coming in hard with commission breath, just like begging them for a sale. I don't think anybody enjoys that, even if they're a person who's very type A, direct to the point. All right. So I say, hey, is this Martha? And they'll say, yeah, this is. Say, Nick from the Basinelli Home Team here. How you doing today? They'll say, great. I say, cool. Yeah, me too. You know, this weather's really enjoyable. That's a Ricky Carruth tactic. We're trying to just like disarm them and talk to them about their normal daily life and treat them as humans, right? Because we are prioritizing relationships over transactions, because the more positive and good relationships you have, your business is just going to flourish as a result. So please, treat them like humans, okay? Because they are, all right? And they want to be known, liked, loved, and appreciated. So you get on the phone with them, you'll run through your whole script. Again, I'm going to put it at the bottom, but basically we're just going to say something along the lines of, hey, I see that your home was listed before and it didn't sell through. What happened with that? I ask a very open-ended question intentionally so that I'm not guiding their answer. You know, I don't want to say like, hey, did your prior agent not do a good job? Because maybe they did. And also, I don't want to be the person who talks poorly about other agents. That's not what I built my business on. You're just going to roll through and ask questions. Again, we're going to have the script below. But I really want to encourage you to not get off the phone until they tell you they're hanging up or they say like, please stop. Okay? So just gently and kindly continue to ask questions. What happened originally? I don't think the prior agent marketed it well. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, how did they market that? And what do you think they should have done? They only put it on the MLS. They didn't do any ads. Oh, great. Like, we run a ton of ads. Is there anything else? And they'll just keep following down the line. Say, okay, cool. Once you've covered all the problems, all right, you're asking them to tell you the hurdles, and they're telling you everything you need to solve, which is amazing. Now all you got to do is fix those problems for them. Once you've fully exhausted that whole list of problems they had with the prior listing experience, now you're going to say, great, like, do you still have a desire to get it sold? They're going to say yes or no. If they say no, say, oh, what makes you not want to sell? And they'll tell you, okay, now you have another hurdle which you need to overcome. You could even be taking notes and writing down all the problems that they have. If they say, yes, we totally want to relist, say, great, I'd love the opportunity to earn your business. When do you plan to start interviewing agents? And they'll tell you whenever. I say, great, that sounds good. Can I get an interview? I'd love the opportunity to earn that spot, right? I promise I'm going to do my absolute best for you, but I understand we don't have a prior relationship, and I want to prove that to you in person. I want to show you our marketing plan and what we do, and just follow the whole way through. Your end goal by the end of this conversation is to have a listing appointment scheduled. If they say, hey, look, I got to talk to whoever, some decision maker. My husband, my wife, my dad, my brother, sister, whatever, say, oh, great, that sounds good. When should I schedule a callback for you so we can get that appointment scheduled? So we can get it scheduled. They're probably going to say something along the lines of like, oh, I'll call you. At which point you say, oh, I'm not sure I'm going to be randomly available. I'm usually really busy with appointments. In order for me to make sure I can pick up the phone and give you all of my attention, which I think is deeply important, right? We're trying to create a relationship here, and I want to earn your trust. I'd really love to get it scheduled. Does Monday at 4 p.m. work for me to give you a call back? And they'll say yes or no. And all you're doing is continuously working your way through kindly, right? By continuing to ask questions and not stopping with the line of questioning until you get that appointment scheduled. Best of luck. Remember, I'll have a script linked here in the video notes.